Get over here! YouTube! If you are watching this channel right now, man, you already know you're spending some downtime with DeMille. Hope y'all are having a great day today, man. You already know the Mortal Kombat movie dropped yesterday on HBO Max. I had a chance to go to the movie theaters and check it out. I'm gonna do a review / reaction of this movie. I'm gonna talk about some spoilers. So sit back, relax. If you haven't seen this movie, after you've seen it, come back to this video and leave a comment down below on let me know what you thought about this movie. Before we get into this, if you're new to this channel, or if this is your first time visiting the channel, and if you like the content that I produce, don't forget to leave a Hulk smash on that like. Likes really help out this channel in a big way. And also hit that subscribe, tell your friends about Downtime with DeMille. And man, look, we're not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna get right into this Mortal Kombat review reaction with spoilers. Here we go. So I'll just tell you, there were things that I really liked about this movie, but I'll just give just a brief, summary of what the movie is about. This movie gives you basically an origin story approach as you see Scorpion, way before he becomes Scorpion. But you see him and his family, they're having a moment, and then all of a sudden his family is murdered by Sub-Zero's clan. And Sub-Zero kills Scorpion, but there is a baby that was there during this whole massacre that actually survived. And this baby turns out to be Cole, who is basically who the whole story is centered around. And so Cole has this birthmark that he doesn't know is a birthmark. He thinks it's a tattoo, and he finds out later that he's been chosen to participate in this tournament called Mortal Kombat. And Sonya Blade, Kano, all of those characters from the game appear in this movie, and they're basically, it almost feels like they're getting recruited for the tournament. So that's basically what it's about. And of course you got Shang Tsung, they're in the Nether Realm. Their whole goal is to defeat Earthrealm. What was really surprising to me about this movie was that it was a funnier movie. I did not expect it. I did not go into this movie expecting it to be funny, but I gotta tell you, the actor that played Kano, oh my God, he was hilarious in this whole movie, man. He had me laughing out loud in the theater. And I was like, wow, this is actually turning into like more of a comedy. I mean, he was that funny in the movie, seriously. Even though there's a lot of blood and violence and fighting, as you would expect, this is Mortal Kombat. But just know going into this, you're gonna laugh. There are some actual funny moments in this movie. So that was definitely surprising. I think in terms of the fatalities in the movie, they were very, very well done. They were flawless. And the movie, I will admit, it didn't feel as graphic in terms of the fatalities as the game. Kung Lao had the best fatality in the movie. When you compare the level of gore to a fatality that was in the movie by Kung Lao to, say, a fatality that was in the Mortal Kombat video game by Baraka, it's, you can tell that even though it was an R-rated movie, it seemed like there were still boundaries that they had to stick by. They couldn't push the envelope too far. So that was interesting. Now, some of the good stuff, the CG. The quality of the CG in this movie was very well done, and that was important because, this is a live action movie, but in order to make this believable, you gotta have really good CG to really make it stay true to, what you see in the video game. Some things are just not humanly possible. So having the CG shine was really, really good, and you really get a chance to see the CG look really well when you see Liu Kang using fire, when he summons like a fire dragon, when you see Sub-Zero manipulating snow and turning it into ice pellets, making it rain down from the sky, as well as Raiden using lightning. Goro looked fantastic in the movie. He was very well done. It looked very believable. It didn't look cheesy or anything like that. It looked really, really good. But I will also tell you that this movie, what you really need to know, if you're a Sub-Zero fan, this movie really gives Sub-Zero his props. Sub-Zero, man, he makes his presence known in this movie. I mean, I'll just give you an example of what I mean. There's a scene where Cole is in a restaurant with his family, right? And they're sitting down, and all of a sudden it starts snowing, and it starts snowing out of nowhere. And they're thinking that this is odd, and little do they know Sub-Zero is approaching. And just the whole way that Sub-Zero gets there, and you know, before he even gets there, it starts snowing, and then he turns the snow into ice pellets and starts making all these ice shards just rain down, and you know, hurting people, killing people. It was really something to see, man. Story-wise, this was not a bad story of the movie, but I think what would have worked better is if they would have made the main story, the main focus, center more around Sub-Zero and Scorpion, because that's how it starts in the first 7 minutes. But then it kind of diverges a little bit into Cole, and you see the story more so from his perspective, and then you get the big fight between Sub-Zero and Scorpion at the end, so they do pay it off. But it would have been better to me if they would have maybe developed more of the characters. Some of the characters, I mean, you already know them from the game, but I would have liked to see more of Shang Tsung. I'd wanted to see more of him. He is in the movie, but in my opinion, you don't really get to see him do a whole lot of shape shifting. You see him steal the soul of Kung Lao at the end, but I mean, I don't know. I wanted to see more of Shang Tsung. I wanted to see more of him. And I think the central story could have focused more on Scorpion and Sub-Zero. That being said, I don't think that the story is bad per se. I just think it probably could have been a little bit better. My overall opinion of this movie, I would give this 4 out of 5 stars. Not a bad movie at all, I will likely watch it again this weekend, and I would say, man, if you are a Mortal Kombat fan, you gotta see this movie. This movie was really well done. It was really good. It was really entertaining. It's just a really good time. There is no post-credit scene. That was disappointing. I was hoping that they were gonna put some kind of post-credit scene setting up like a sequel, but they didn't do that. But so there is no post-credit scene, but you can tell that the way that the movie ends, that they are going towards a sequel. And you know, you really see that with the way that they kind of hinted at Johnny Cage right at the end of the movie. Actually, that could have been a post-credit scene, but I guess they didn't really feel like it was necessary. But that's basically what I think about the movie. That's my reaction, review, spoiler review of this movie. What did you think about this movie? If you've already seen it, post your thoughts down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. Thank you so much for watching this video, man. I know you guys can watch any other video out there, but you chose to watch this one. And if you made it to this point in the video, I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like on the way out, subscribe, enjoy this day, man. If you can see this video, you are truly blessed. And as always, what are you gonna do in your downtime? Peace. Subscribe.